This programme is brought to you by the British Heart Foundation.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kenilworth Road. We are in Luton. It's Centenary Shield action as England take on the Republic of Ireland, live here on Free Sports. Should be an absolutely wonderful occasion. Stephen Jameson here with you for England versus Republic of Ireland. Barry Swain alongside me. Barry, we're really looking forward to a really exciting game showcasing some of the best young players in the country here.
These two sides are, by all accounts, the two strongest sides. Northern Ireland might have a say in the matter. Like for like on the pitch, 4-5-1, marrying up with some of the formations. Really looking forward to what could be a challenging and pivotal game for a lot of those players out there. It's a big game for them, stepping out into the limelight on a pitch like this in front of the cameras for the first time in their career.
It is indeed. We're expecting a decent crowd in here at Kenilworth Road tonight. About 1,000 have made their way into the ground, steeped in history and character. It's in really the middle of Luton. It's quite a jarring experience as you first appear at this ground. We're so used to seeing these modern stadiums now, Barry, out in industrial estates. Absolutely not the case. If you want to get in the away end here, you've got to go through someone's back garden.
Go through someone's back garden. In fact, I can tell you, my late father was a Luton Town supporter, so my first ever match here in the early 80s was just down below us. So, you know, it's sentimental value to a degree with me. I know I didn't end up being a Luton Town fan, but yeah, it's changed one hell of a lot, this ground in the past few years. And I think they're getting a new ground in the next 2 or 3 years as well.
Here we take a look at the league table in the Centenary Shield. England have yet to be in action. Republic of Ireland have played one and won one. They beat Wales a few weeks back. Northern Ireland and Wales played yesterday. We can actually take a look at the action from that game right now.
Game for Northern Ireland so far. And then the opposite end, a chance here for Adam Carroll. Carroll threw it in towards the 6-yard box. Lovely shot coming in, flicked off a Northern Ireland player going through it. Hansen again pushes that forward, well cut out again by Malone. Malone has been really steady in the middle of that park here this afternoon. Lovely chance by O'Money again. Malone. McConnell again spreads the play to the left side. Andrew Scott down on his left, gets it across, a good save, opportunity again, cuts inside, McConnell with a goal! Northern Ireland 1, Welsh 0. Fantastic effort there, all created in the left wing by Andrew Scott. He got one shot away, managed to put it back into the 6-yard box, and McConnell didn't make any mistake with the second effort, and Northern Ireland take a lead late in this first half. Let's have a look at the Northern Ireland opener. And again, the Welsh will be disappointed scoring so late in this first half. There's the opportunity there. The second ball coming in. He managed to get it out of his feet and he made no mistake. The player, young Kevin McConnell, hit the post earlier in the first half and he made no mistake that time. Northern Ireland 1, Wales 0. By Alaric Jones, Northern Ireland just looking to get a hold of it here in the 18-yard box of the Welsh. That's a lovely ball forward. Lovely ball forward. The Wales now coming forward, breaking down this right side. Jones getting a shot. What a finish. Fantastic effort. Great finish, but a wonderful long ball from Alaric Jones going cross pitch. Couldn't be cut out by Aaron Donnelly. And a fantastic finish by Austin Jones. 1-1 at home park and a great start to the second half. Let's take another look at this replay from the long ball coming forward. It was a great effort, and you've got to give credit to Wales, who have really shown great poise to come forward, and that's a fantastic finish past Declan Dunn. He's been excellent in net for Northern Ireland so far, and a great start to the second half. I might say a master substitution from the head coach, once again by McAleenan. and Northern Ireland have a chance to break forward. Andrade steps inside, plays the through ball, lovely touch there by Carroll, and coming forward is Hassan. Hassan tries to go inside of Jenkins once again. There's an opportunity for McGurk, long shot coming through, hits the bottom of the post. What an effort from McGurk.
Well, there we see the action from Northern Ireland versus Wales. Terrific game out there in Northern Ireland yesterday, dominating the game with the team in green and just getting over, well, not quite getting over the line in a very, very tough game versus the Welsh side. Good to see some Irish fans in with us tonight at Kenilworth Road, and we are expecting a very, very good game, very, very close game as well. In fact, that's pretty much what both of our managers had to say. Let's hear from William O'Connor and Ben Lavelle. William, first of all, a big welcome to Luton. How much are you looking forward to tonight's game?
Thanks very much. We're looking forward to it. Our last game was 3 weeks ago or so against Wales, and we're anxious to get going now tonight. We're looking forward to it. With a good build-up over the last couple of days, good flight over, and we're looking to get started, and we're raring to go.
And for those who haven't seen your Ireland side before, what can we expect from this team tonight?
They'll probably be. We'll look to play a bit. We'll try and get on it. We'll try and build up a bit of play. Try and score goals. Again, the least you'd expect is the boys to work hard and stuff when we don't have the ball. But again, it's exciting. The boys are looking forward to getting going, and hopefully be a good game.
And a very special weekend for Ireland, of course. Does that add a little bit of extra flavour to this match for you guys?
It's a big weekend. Ireland's playing England in a couple of different games, but again, we're concentrating ourselves for the night, and if we get the right result, hopefully we'll enjoy a few more good results in from tomorrow and that as well.
We wish you all the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Ben, first of all, very warm welcome to Kenilworth Road. How much are you looking forward to tonight?
Really looking forward to the game. We had a really successful training camp in Spain. Worked pretty hard with these lads since mid-October in the selection process, the trial process, regional trials, national trials. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do on the pitch, which is obviously where it all counts.
And of course, this is your first Centenary Shield game of the season. I'm guessing the build-up has been quite lengthy for you guys. You're just itching to get out there now.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there's been 3 games so far, and it's poised nicely. It's quite wide open with a couple of draws that have happened, and the Republic have picked up 3 points already against Wales. So, tough game. Would we prefer other opposition? No, not really. I think we're as ready as we can be. So, yeah, really looking forward to it.
And for those of people at home who haven't necessarily seen your team play before, what can we expect from them? Who are the key men to look out for?
A lot of good players. As you know, most of them have been released by clubs, either 14, 15, 16 years of age. But they do develop from 15 up to 18. We had Chris Smalling in our side a few years ago, and each year a couple of lads do go on to get pro contracts. We're a fast pressing side. We had success in Valencia because we managed to keep our shape really well, press them. They sort of ran out of ideas, and we nicked a couple of goals on the counter. So that'll be the approach first half, and then obviously see how the game goes. We might have to introduce different players on the second half to combat anything they have.
Well, we can't wait to watch you guys. Best of luck.
Yeah, thanks very much, appreciate that.
Those are the opinions of the two coaches. The general vibe amongst everyone here is just one of excitement. You can see a few youngsters making their way in as well. Been told there's a pretty large Irish school in the vicinity, which will account for quite a few of our audience members here today. England are reigning champions, joint champions with Northern Ireland last year. Ireland themselves are recent winners. It's not something which has been a monopoly in any way, the Centenary Shield, since its inception in 2003-2004. Have seen some wonderful games, and quite often we've ended up seeing, not that we knew it at the time, some top quality footballers, Barry.
Well, yes, we was just looking through the list, weren't we? Tammy Abrahams, John Joe Kenny, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Tom Davis, and they've all been called up to the England or England under 21 squad. Ryan Sessegnon at Fulham is doing fantastic. These are all players that have come through the ESFA, and you know there are going to be more in that production line. They're going to be out there today. Really looking forward to seeing the cream of the crop come through today.
Yeah, absolutely. The two teams just making their way out here at Kenilworth Road. England, of course, in white. Republic of Ireland, of course, in green. Mentioned with William, the manager there, it is a very special weekend to be Irish, of course. St Patrick's Day just around the corner. And as the teams walk out here at Kenilworth Road, we are moments away from kickoff. Do stay with us here on Free Sports. Kickoff is next.
This programme is brought to you by the British Heart Foundation.
On the day, I came into school. My first lesson was PE. I got changed like any other day. Went into the gym, started playing the activity. I was running up and down for quite a while. Felt really dizzy, and then completely.
Started CPR, I started doing 30 compressions, Shona was doing the 2 breaths. We managed to get the defib pads on Alex, she put the pads on him while I was doing the heart compressions. And then we just continued to do the defib.
The staff at Fulford who performed the CPR on me were absolutely amazing, and without them, things, like I say, could have turned out differently.
This programme is brought to you by the British Heart Foundation.
The throw moments away from kick-off here in the Centenary Shield. England taking on Republic of Ireland. This is the England team. They start with Callum Coulter in goal. Fraser Collins, Sam McCallum, Adam Cowthert and Cormac Pike will make up the back 4. Jack Butler is the number 9. Harvey Howell, Noah Smurden, Kieran Jackson, Emmanuel Ogunrinde and Ryan Penny will offer the support. For the Republic of Ireland, they start with Luke McNicholas in goal. Adam Conway, Adam Rooney, Darryl Walsh and Cian Lee is the back 4. Rory Doyle and Liam Kerrigan are joined by Jake Walker in the centre of midfield, and Cian Murphy is ably supported from the wings by Ronan Manning and Ali Regba. Here are the options from the bench. Bit of local interest in these parts as well for England. Kyle O'Connor-Ajayi and Daniel Gold are both from this area. They'll be itching to get an appearance in them on this turf if they can. There are match officials with the 2 captains. Match officials today, Darren Handley is the referee. He's primarily operated in League 1 and League 2 this year, so this stadium will be no stranger to him. He's assisted by Craig Taylor and Andrew Williams. The 4th official is Noel Lewis. Stephen Jamieson and Barry Swain with you on the commentary. And in the final sort of throws before this game, Barry, you can really sense a really big occasion here tonight, which is exactly what players like this will, you hope, relish.
I alluded to earlier that the the English would be a little bit under pressure. It's the first time that they're going to appear on a stage like this, but for the Irish, most of these lads are still based over in Ireland. This is an ideal opportunity to show what they are made of on a stage over here in England. This is where they want to be as well, so it's a big night for them, and they're going to be strong opposition for England. Really looking forward to this one.
Should be a cracker. England in white, Republic of Ireland in green. England playing from left to right. Looking in the first half, that's Jack Butler on the kickoff, the number 9 from the northeast. Can think of a few famous number 9s from the northeast. We get underway. England immediately look to launch an attack down their left-hand side. That's Smurden getting instantly involved in the early going here. Republic of Ireland look to break. Just came off the heel of Cian Murphy. They did get an early goal in their last Centenary Shield game versus Wales. Jack Butler looked to get away early on. This is Cian Lee infield to Rory Doyle. That's outside play for an Irish throw. Very tight, cramped surroundings here at Kenilworth Road. We're being told about 1,500 have made their way to the grounds tonight, which is fantastic support for the school's game. Ryan Penny launches one forward, but goes all the way through to the Irish goalkeeper. First touch of the ball from Luke McNicholas.
Good confident start from the Irish. They're keeping the ball well.
It's our first really aggressive challenge. Comes in the midfield. Ben Lavelle playing ball boy. Speaking to him before the game, he was really excited to get underway. England have had quite a long, extensive build-up. They've had a warm weather training camp in Valencia. They actually had a fair amount of success over there as well. They didn't just go for Valencia versus Levante, which they did indeed take in at the Mestalla, but they did take on a Valencia C team and beat them by 2-1.
Yeah, Ben Lavelle is a very, very well organised coach. He'll have them well drilled. And
mistake there. Might just break. The first touch wasn't quite good for Emmanuel Ogunrinde. Good opportunity if he could have brought that first touch in. And nearly an early opening.
Very sloppy from the Irish there. They can learn their lesson very quickly. They can't give the ball away cheaply in that area of the pitch.
This is Smurden. A long flowing hair. He's in the West Brom setup as a youngster. This is Penny. Try to angle one forward. Well, intercepted by Republic of Ireland, and they're on the move again. This is the skipper, Cian Murphy, but he's well shackled. The first forward is from Cormac Pike. And he wins his team a throw. That's the England skipper in action there.
They've done well there, Pike.
And this is the error, and it's just, well, fitting almost for the schoolboys football. It's schoolboy Steph Barry playing across your own 18-yard.
It was, and Ogunrinde won't be very happy with his first touch there. He's just trying to avoid the challenge coming in from his right-hand side, wasn't he?
Chance maybe for Colling to squeeze in across here. No, it's well charged down by Ronan Manning, playing on the left for the Republic of Ireland this evening. Break there for Penny on the edge of the box. Butler making a nuisance of himself. Looking for room to turn. Tailed all the way. He's got for Colling. Back to Butler. Look to find man on the edge of the box, but I'm going to cut that out quite nicely. And on the move is Jake Walker. Space to move into on the left-hand side. To stab it in towards Murphy. May break it. For Ireland it does. Manning tumbles, and the referee Darren Handley gives his first free kick of the game. Don't think you can have too many complaints about that.
No, definitely a foul on Rowan Manning. It's good play by Jake Walker down the left-hand side. Great skill to get beyond the full-back Colling there, but unfortunately for the Irish, no end product.
Neil Ogunrinde guilty of the foul. It's Ronan Manning who's over the free kick with the right foot. Darryl Walsh is the left-footed option, the centre-back. It is Manning, it's a great effort! Oh, it's a fine save, you know. Really, really good save from Callum Coulter in goal for England. The first time he's been called into action, and he had to make a stunning stop.
A very good strike from Rowan Manning. He's hit it very well over the wall, and I think the goalkeeper's in two minds. Is it going to go wide? Is it going to go in? Let's not take any chances, and he made sure that it was behind for a corner.
Terrific save from the England number one. And Manning is straight across to take the corner. Full stretch from Callum Coulter. Manning's ball in, right underneath the crossbar and headed away. It had to be. Butler battling away, but this will break again for the Republic of Ireland. Loose in possession though, and now Butler can come forward again. Angles the ball across towards Rinde, but that's cut out. Now Manning can look to get on his bike once more. Space to move into. Looks to knock one over the top. It's not a bad ball there. You can't quite get on the end of it, Ali Reg, but Ronan Manning playing with plenty of confidence early on.
He's got two good feet, he's strong and he's quick as well, and as we see here with this right-footed effort, that was, was it going in? It was very, very tight. Goalkeeper makes a good save there, and he almost got caught a little bit from the corner that came in. You've got to concentrate. He's probably still living off the memory of the save a few seconds earlier, and he's just got caught a little bit in that corner. He was lucky that the defender behind him got it off the line.
Coulter's ball forward. A super stop from Callum Coulter, who's in the system at Crystal Palace. His manager Ben Lavelle mentions quite a few of these players, such wonderful young talents. Quite often they're in professional club systems until the ages of 13, 14, 15. And for whatever reason, just fall out of them, but they still keep playing at a high level. Schools football in England in particular has never been stronger.
It's good they're still getting their education. These lads, a lot of these lads are sensible, they're grounded, and their opportunity will come.
Nicely played is Adam Conway. Just looks to flight it into the path of Cian Murray. That's well defended by England.
Conway, the fullback for Republic of Ireland, is predominantly right-footed. That might be something that England will want to exploit, trying to get Rinde down the right flank on the outside of him.
Slightly loose from the throw-in. It breaks for Manning. It's a good defending actually for England. They've got a chance to break out here. At pace, a good bit of defending. Manning. Standing there is Doyle. It's now with tall figure of Adam Rooney.
Probably happens a nice battle between Manning and Colin down this near side. Colin likes to get forward as well. He's an attack-minded fullback, but he's got to be on his haunches today because Manning does look a lively player for the Republic of Ireland.
This is Lee's throw. Rooney forward. Looked away by Penny. Well controlled by Conway. Let's move into for Conway. Clever idea from Ireland to look to get that round the corner. Rinde can help this on. That's Jackson forward, looking for the run of Butler. Just deflection on it, just helps it through to the Irish goalkeeper McNicholas. It's a long booming ball up, and it might well turn out to be a good one. It's good defending from Sam McCallum back there for England. Had to make that challenge.
Yeah, he's done well there, McCallum.
Caught them out. Towards the skipper, Cian Murphy. Callum can't quite keep that one in. And after 8 minutes, coming up 9, it's largely been an Irish presence in the England half so far. We have just conceded the free kick there. But a good start from the boys in green.
Yeah, it's been fairly even so far. That one chance. The free kick fall into being struck by Manning. It was a decent free kick, but at the other end, Rinde perhaps should have done better with the chance that he had earlier on for England.
You see the free kick decision. It'll be a free kick to England. Coulter knocks this one long forward. Callum beaten in the air. That's Walker on for Ireland and goes all the way through for an England goal kick.
Yeah, just run away there from Cian Murphy, the Irish captain, so no danger for England.
England were victors last year in this competition, as I mentioned, joint winners actually with Northern Ireland. Looking forward to that game in a few weeks' time as the two joint winners reignite their rivalry. Northern Ireland won that game 5-1 last year. Smurden with the flick on. And class of 2018 are hoping that they're up to similar heights in winning this competition as Jack Butler is on the run. Rooney puts his foot in the way and a corner is the decision. First one of the game for England.
Yeah, the defender just needed to stand in the way there. There's not much he could have done to present the corner. First corner of the game for England, an opportunity to send the two big central defenders forward.
And the skipper making his way forward. Cormac Pike as well as Adam Crowther. It's drilled in flat. A terrific header away from Adam Conway. And it's turned out nicely as well. This is Manning on the run. He's looking to switch the play over. Not sure that'll quite reach Regba. Flicker is a good one towards Butler. He's offside. Flag is up on the near side.
That was an excellent header away, wasn't it, from the corner? Diving header and inch perfect as well up towards Manning, who should have done better really with a crossfield ball.
You just see Jack Butler eager to get in behind. Not too eager. Really. Moved forward just over the head of Jake Walker. Ireland hadn't been afraid to use the direct passage if they see fit. And Cian Murphy is certainly a big man up top.
I was hoping that the game kind of settles down a bit. It's understandable it's 100 mile an hour. Just hope the two teams can put the ball, the foot on the ball.
Jackson on the run, cuts inside onto his right foot, cross the touch over hit. Lovely build-up that from England. There's Kieran Jackson showing his fleet of foot.
Yeah, that's good play by Jackson. Sadly, on the end of the cross. As I was saying just a few moments ago, just both teams need to put a foot on the ball and just calm it down a little bit. We was expecting it to be 100 mile an hour. It's a big game for these lads. You know, it's probably the biggest game of their career.
That's a giveaway and that's a foul. Jackson drawing the free kick. And I think the referee just wants to have a word with Rory Doyle. It's a sloppy giveaway from Ireland and clever footwork from Jackson. Won the free kick, and perhaps Doyle a little fortunate not to go into Darren Hanley's book there.
Just starting to get on the ball, isn't he, Kieran Jackson? He's a talented young player. He could be the go-to man for England.
Working into the area towards the head of Crowther. Works forward. The challenge is flying in. Ragba looks to get that away. Intercepted by McCallum. Can come forward with it now. Bit of room. Ball forward is cut out though by Regba.
It's a big, strong player, Regba. Certainly a meaty challenge a couple of moments ago, wasn't it?
I don't think these two sides are going to be afraid to get stuck in. Both know what's at stake.
Warm up to the big game tomorrow at Twickenham, isn't it?
No, not sure if it will reach that sort of level of physicality, but well, we'll wait and see. This ground has certainly played most of its fair share of battles in the past, that's for sure.
Just remember the police horses on there once when Millwall came and visited town back in the 80s.
I'm not sure the requirements will be as such tonight, but you never know. won't rule it out, but I think these two have a little too much respect. Yes, there'll be aggressiveness and certainly a lot of physicality. It's good atmosphere between these two sides. A lot of respect in there, as that's a good bit of play from Jack Butler. He's got options in the middle, looks to use one at the far post, well cut out. Butler will get a second go at it, won't get a third, it's out for a corner. It's really good defending by Adam Conway to stop the cross, not once but twice.
Thought he'd overrun it here, Butler. He's paying so much attention to where he's going to put the ball. And the second time he's just slammed it towards goal and won his team a corner.
That's a good opportunity that for England, two awaiting the cross, which never came. This is Ryan Penny with the cross towards the far post, just over the head.
Not a bad delivery that from Penny. Almost found the head of his skipper. This was the opportunity. Just unable to pick out a teammate.
We're into Ireland, boxed in down the corner. Goes all the way out, and Smurden across to make the challenge.
Good little spell of pressure that from England. They want to try and pen Ireland back in their own half for as long as possible.
Doyle, clever footwork from Doyle, escapes the challenge of Butler. Looks to send Regber on his way, instead opts for the short option, which is Cian Lee. Slightly loose from Doyle, and a good first time ball by McCallum. Butler looked to drag it into his path. It's a lovely idea, didn't quite have the execution.
Yeah, it's not an easy ball to take, is it? Not an easy ball to take.
Once again, Adam Conway is in the way. Walsh actually scored the winner for Ireland in their opening Shield game against Wales. So Gogan Rinde for England. Butler, Penny, just under hit. Butler had work to do to get his foot on it. Manning is able to wriggle clear. Lovely footwork from Manning, and he was fouled on his way through as well.
It took two to stop him there, didn't it? Good little build-up play from England, just not enough pace on the very final pass there, which was a little bit of a disappointment, but good breaking down the right-hand side from Gogan Rinde.
Manning has been busy, to say the least, in the going here. This is Rooney. Precise ball forward to Regber. Straight into the 50-50 challenge. Slightly loose there. From Penny. Go over McCallum. That's an aggressive challenge, which is signal for advantage on Noah Smurden. Referee only keeping things going. Ireland eventually turn the ball over, and McCallum was well up on his man on the touchline there, and illegally so is a decision. Just using the back of the Irish forward.
Yeah, that's why he's given the free kick. I think just jumping into the back of the attacking player there. So a free kick to Ireland. It's just an opportunity to get the ball into the box for the Irish.
This is Darrell Walsh on the free kick. Plenty forward. Boomed into the middle. There is by McCallum. Gogan Rinde underneath the second ball for England. That's Jackson, that's tidy. Penny on the break. He's got Butler up ahead of him. Fires it into the number 9. Penny again. Jackson nearly into the path of Penny once again. It was lovely football. Harvey Howell was up with the attack. Couldn't quite find the pass.
Yeah, England has settled down a bit now. It was a really good passage of play. One sensible pass on the edge of their own penalty area. Sent that up as a nice breakaway. Just the finish from Penny. Lacked a little bit of pace, didn't it?
Tidy footwork again from Jackson. It's been good whenever he's got on the ball. Howell rides the challenge, skips inside another. That will certainly be a free kick, and I don't think that's the first foul from Rory Doyle already, which has interrupted an England attack. I think actually the referee's just calling over the Irish skipper Cian Murphy to join this conversation. It was an attempted slide tackle, which was so far wayward, it almost turned malicious.
Yeah, Harvey Howe's been very quiet down that left-hand side. He's just had a couple of runs. That'll do his confidence a world of good, because he looks like a player that could cause damage. He's got a little bit of pace. He's got good trickery, 2 good feet. If he can start running at the Irish, and the referee now has already indicated he's going to start losing his patience soon. Any more of those, and I think he's going to start getting a yellow card out of his pocket.
Penny on the free kick, short to McCallum. You can angle this in towards the centre backs at the back post. Dealt with by Ireland, and now Conway can get on his way down the left-hand side, but cut out in towards the header. Oh, good chance as well. And the skipper in there. It's Cormac Pike with the opportunity.
Yeah, he was unlucky. He got the header on target. I don't think he could have done a lot more. Really good challenge to win the ball back by Fraser Collin. It looked like the Irish were on for a counter-attack. Really good challenge.
That's the shot in at the other end from Ronan Manning. And another decent effort from long range from the Irish winger. And this time, Callum Coulter having to make a more simple save than he did previously.
It's fairly open at the moment, isn't it? End-to-end stuff. Chances at both ends.
Yes, indeed. Doyle. It's Kerrigan. Go to Regba. He can just squeeze his way past McCallum. He's done that really well. Lovely ball into the feet of Walker, who just couldn't quite make the opening count.
That was a poor first touch by Jack Walker. He's got to do better there at this standard. If he kills that first time, he's in with a free strike on goal. That was a header. I don't think the defender, Crowther, saw that until late, but that opportunity just now was a real big opportunity for Ireland, and they should have done better.
Yeah, really good opening that for Cormac Pike, supplied by his centre-back partner Crowther. The ball in. Would have been an unlikely assist-goal duo. Goalkeeper McNicholas had to watch that onto his foot every single inch of the way. That was bobbling horribly for him. Pretty much volleyed it away.
Glad to see the back of that. It certainly did bobble up in the air, didn't it, just before it reached him.
Conway forward. It's going to go all the way through to Coulter.
The first goal in this game, as with any game, is critical. England are slightly the better side at the moment, but this is an open game. 2 good sides.
Oh, and a slight error there, and it might break here for England. Ogun Rinde and Butler both piling in on it, and piling in, I think, was the right adjective there for Jack Butler, who certainly didn't give up on that one. It's brave goalkeeping by McNicholas. It's a strange defensive decision from Darryl Walsh. Not sure what he was really trying to do there. McNicholas had to be alive, and brave goalkeeping and solid goalkeeping as well.
Yeah, Walsh was saved by his goalkeeper there. He had to be brave. And he went in where it hurts, and luckily for the goalkeeper, he wasn't actually hurt there. But he's got every right to go for the ball there, Jack Butler, but it was a foul.
Nicholas will look towards Regba. Foul. Butler just lets the defender jump all over him, and he stayed down as Darryl Walsh. I think he might have just taken a painful whack on the head there on his way through.
Yeah, he landed awkwardly, didn't he, there? He's kind of jumped into Jack Butler as he's gone up, and it's kind of rolled him, and he seems to have landed awkwardly. It might be on his shoulder, and he stayed down, and he hasn't moved since then. Hopefully the lad's okay, but certainly he went to try and win that ball, but he suddenly realised as he'd taken off that that's not one that he's going to win. The big England number 9 was always going to get in his way. Certainly not a foul.
Unfortunate foul. Here's the earlier opportunity for Republic of Ireland. Great run forward by Regba, and Walker just couldn't quite take it in his stride. If he had have done, he'd have certainly had the chance to shoot, at the very least.
That wayward touch just a minute or so before his injury. Walsh needs to compose himself now, get back into the game. A couple of decent touches for him will settle him down.
The bench there looking pretty content with what they've seen so far. The England substitutes are all out warming up. Plenty of options from the bench should they be required for England.
They'll all want to be out, desperate to get out there, won't they? Obviously you can't use all your substitutes, but they've got a game coming up on the back of this very soon, so the England squad will get utilised, I'm sure.
They do indeed. England are in York in just over a week's time. Live here on Free Sports. Plenty of Centenary Shield football on the way. This is Darryl Walsh. Seems to be okay, which is good.
Jack
Take a whack on the head.
will be looking forward to that one. The homecoming is from that neck of the woods, isn't he? So he's looking forward to that.
He certainly will. Long old trip up to Bootham Crescent of York City. Callum prods forward, but out of play.
Good with an old-fashioned football ground like here at Kenilworth Road, and another old-fashioned football ground that will soon be no more. As York City are destined to move in the next year or two.
Walsh who flies it forward, accepted by England. That's clever from Smurden. Rinde looks to get on the move. Hasn't really had a chance to stretch his legs just yet. That's Jackson. It's the first time he's, well, I say giving it away. He didn't in the end. Ali Regba missed it, but got the second attempt. Lovely skill to get past one, not two. Liam Kerrigan. Rory Doyle.
That's a bit of skill that from Regba.
Conway looking to flight one forward. Ireland's final ball has just been lacking in the last 10 minutes or so. England have been a little bit stronger in the second half of what we've seen so far. Rinde with a good first touch, again looking to use his pace, but good defending from Conway, not allowing him to escape. It's a break for Ireland. It's tidy from Kerrigan. Good defending from Pike.
Very nearly slipped it in there, Kerrigan. Good challenge by Conway. I was saying earlier, he is predominantly right-footed. He might get caught on the outside, but that was a really good challenge with his left foot to deny Rinde.
It's a Republic of Ireland throw as Harvey Howell put the pressure on. Here we see some of the England substitutes. That's Kyle O'Connor-Ajayi in the middle of those three from round these parts.
Yeah, he's a Bedfordshire lad. He'll be desperate to get on. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him very soon. He's a useful player by all accounts. He's big and strong, and he's quick as well. Certainly might cause Ireland some problems later in the game.
He applies his trade at AFC Dunstable. And their coach was speaking to a few local media outlets, expressing his pride at him and Daniel Gold making their debuts on the English schools international scene this year. It's a real honour for these boys to be called up to this level.
AFC Dunstable is literally just a few miles down the road. This is right on his doorstep.
Free kick given for England. And a chance to load the box again. Again, Pike and Crowther come forward. Crowther just getting involved in a little bit of an altercation off camera with Adam Rooney, just having a bit of a chat. Can be Penny to swing this in. It's underneath the goalkeeper who comes and claims. Strong goalkeeping that. Immediately looks to get Republic of Ireland on their way. Ali Regba looking to get around Penny, but couldn't get that. It's good cover defending from Ryan Penny.
Good confident goalkeeping there, not just in the catch and coming off his line and claiming it in a crowded penalty area, but the quick distribution underarm to a teammate. Ireland should have perhaps made more of that opportunity to get forward quickly.
Tidy flick on Rinde. Angles it back to Butler, but snapping in was Rooney. Crowther. Cross to Colling. Looks to hit Butler, who takes a wonderful first touch and feeds it out wide, but a little bit too much on it for Harvey Howell. Idea was there from Butler.
It's England's first competitive game as well, so there's a few little kind of rough edges, aren't there, the communication. The ball in there to Butler. He's looking for players to come and feed off of him, and sometimes England a little bit lacking in that area. But that will come with time. This is, as I said, the first competitive match together. You know, you can go on all these warm weather training weekends, but you know, until you're playing competitive matches, it's a whole different ballgame.
Howell finds Butler. Thought about taking the shot on. Only one in the middle for him, and it goes straight out of play. It will be a goal kick.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate there, but I thought he was going to pull the trigger, and in the end he overrun it. Should have perhaps done better. But there weren't anyone getting beyond him into the box there. So he didn't have a lot to aim for in the end. I know he's misheaded it. He's gone wide for a goal kick, which is disappointing, but there was no one in there to aim for. Someone's got to gamble sometimes, and
you see the Republic of Ireland coach William O'Connor barking instructions from the dugout. Been pretty decent so far, Republic of Ireland. Have forced the English goalkeeper Coulter into game's most action-packed moment in a wonderful diving save. Walsh smuggles it across to Adam Conway by hook or by crook. Not sure he meant that. Worked out quite nicely for Ireland. This is Manning. Murphy's continued his run. Can't quite find the cross, but does find the corner. As Ireland looks to put the pressure on once again.
Good work there from the Irish, carefully and accurately working it forward. And they are, by all accounts, a very well-regimented squad. They're very well coached. That certainly showed in that particular movement.
Well taken short. Stabbed back in towards the danger area. A really lovely ball, actually. Howells hooks it away. Breaks for Manning. And tackling backwards. And once again, this is Butler looking to get beyond his man. Colling. Just weren't quite on the same wavelength were Colling and Jackson. And Ragbourne once again has a chance to show his strength, got options as well. Oh, and he couldn't quite squeeze it through to Jake Walker, who was with him. And Rinde left it for Butler, but Walsh read that move.
There's another England opportunity getting forward there. They've played it into the feet of Butler. He's got no one coming in quick enough to try and feed off of him, and that's something that I'm sure that England will be concentrating on at half-time. Ben Lavelle will be telling his midfield men to get forward quicker and support the front man.
Doyle for Ireland. A tidy game in midfield, especially on the ball, Doyle. A couple of challenges have left a little to be desired, but his possession very nicely, that's for certain. It's going to be an England throw. And the substitutes all packed into the dugout here at Kenilworth Road. Only about 2 feet away from the pitch. It's not much of a technical area.
It's tight and compact, isn't it, here at Kenilworth Road?
Good from Jackson. This is Smurden looking to come forward with it. Flights one in towards the path of Howell. Good strength from Harvey Howell. Looks to turn. Can't quite do it, but the corner is the decision. Did well to get something out of that.
Yeah, it's clever little bit of play just to knock it against the defender in the nick of time to win that corner.
Speaking of substitutes, they're the Irish replacements. They're keeping themselves warm on a pretty chilly night in Bedfordshire. So Ryan Penny across to take the corner. Not sure if this is a coded message from Ryan Penny. It looks like they're trying something there. Oregon Rinde looking to get on the end of it. Not really cleared. And again, and eventually McNicholas seizes upon it, but Republic of Ireland made a bit of a mess of that initially.
Yeah, it wasn't great defending by the Irish. It was a well-worked corner from England, but it didn't quite come off.
Callum took the risk of taking a touch. Regler was nearly taking that off him. Certainly upon him in a flash. Graf picks it up from the goalkeeper. Finds a good ball out to Howell, actually. McCallum fires it into the path of Jackson, room to turn and room to run, and Jackson's going to do exactly that. Squeezes it through to Butler. Jackson's continued his run, couldn't quite get into his stride, or could he? Good save from McNicholas, and Smurden with a shot pulls it wide. England's best opening.
Excellent play. Smurden should have done better with the follow-up shot. That's really good running from Jackson, linked up well there with Butler. That's what I'm on about. The link up with Butler is important to England, and that time they had the bodies forward and they were able to operate with the support into the front man. Look at that, takes the return. That's what he's looking for, a bit of support. He's really unlucky there, Jackson.
Yeah, Noah Smurden just pulled his shot on his left foot. I want that one back. England will be pleased with that. Ben Lavelle, will be glad to see them creating chances. That's one thing there, good play, hasn't really done, but now chance for Rogan Rinde, and once again his touch just deserted him. He had an earlier moment just like that in the first minute of this game when the Irish defence made a mistake. Chance opened up for him and he just couldn't quite latch onto his own first touch.
Certainly a mistake or two in this Irish defence, isn't there? And he was led in there. He should have done better with the first touch. Again, like earlier in the game, had he taken that first touch much better, then he would have been in with a strike on goal. But the Irish have wasted a similar opportunity where the first touch let them down.
And speaking of first touches letting him down, Harvey Howell will be fuming with that one. Here's the moment again. Walsh just got caught underneath it. Rogan Rinde with a heavy first touch allowed Luke Nicholas to get out to him, but credit to the Irish goalkeeper who's out of his line very quickly.
He was out quick. A lesson for any defender out there, don't let it bounce, and he did, and it very nearly cost him.
So free kick to the Republic of Ireland. Walsh forward. Nicely done. And that's a foul. Brennan Manning has had a lovely game so far, and the yellow card is no great surprise there for the foul by Fraser Colling.
Yellow card there for Colin. It's an interesting confrontation that. Fraser Colling playing at fullback, loves to get forward, and he has put one or two decent tackles in, but he's up against a very good player in Ryan Manning. I've been very impressed with what I've seen of Manning so far. He's got good balance, good ability, he's strong, he's quick, and he is causing problems down this left-hand side for England, and he's won a free kick there in a dangerous position, and now Colling has got to tread carefully on the yellow card.
Manning lines up the free kick. This is a good 10 yards further out than it was before. Walsh, in fact, is the man who's going to strike it, and looking to get on the end of that is Kerrigan, and a good bit of defending from Harvey Howell. It's another Irish corner.
Kerrigan couldn't quite wrap his left foot around it. He's predominantly right-footed, you could tell there, but he's tried to get the ball back in with his left foot, and he's won a corner for his team. And the Irish are a big side, and they will send the likes of Rooney and Walsh forward here, and England have got to be on their toes. They've got to be alert.
See there the players gathering on the edge of the penalty area. Ryan Manning with the corner. Swings it in, keeper punches up rather than out, and the referee gives a foul.
Yeah, he's put a couple of deliveries in like that, hasn't he, Manning, underneath the crossbar. The one earlier on went over the top of the goalkeeper. He's managed to get a fist to that, and there was a foul in there as well, so England at ease, no problems with that particular corner.
Smurden couldn't get the flick. Ireland back on the ball. Doyle to Regba. Good feet from Regba. And it might just break there. Keeper was out smartly to deny Jake Walker.
He's done well there, Coulter. Not so sure about the distribution. I don't think Colin wanted it there.
Manning might take on the shot, doesn't get a hold of it. And for a player of his ability, he'll be disappointed not to make more of that. It was straight down the throat of the England goalkeeper.
You'd expect more from Manning there. Great run in the first passage of play there from Ali Regbo. Great skill. A couple of opportunities down that right-hand side where he's shown some great footwork. But I think Ireland will want to get him on the ball a little bit more.
Launch forward. Smurden underneath it, but Keane Murphy is up ahead of him. McCallum rises. Jackson's not giving that up. And he has forced the throw. Done well there.
He jumped into the man, didn't he? But it touched the Irish full-back last, and it's gone out for a throw to England.
Jack Butler making his way into the area. And we're going to see a long throw from Sam McCallum. Referee just making McCallum take it from the proper placement. Barking towards the edge of the penalty area. Regba chests it, breaks for Crowther, and it goes off his shin through to the goalkeeper McNicholas.
Trying the long throw option there. It was easily dealt with in the end.
Don't have much room for a run up here.
No, you don't have much room for a run up.
This is Manning. The clever ball forward to Kerrigan, bursting from midfield. Taking on a couple of defenders. I think Pike initially wanted his goalkeeper to come for that, but he's just letting his fellow defenders know that they have to be on their guard. Only 5.5 minutes to go until the half-time whistle. It would be a great time to score, terrible time to concede.
A little bit of a lack of communication at the back there for England. Crowd were barking out the orders afterwards. It needs to be Stanley's authority during the action there and saying, right, this is mine, or get rid, or goalkeeper come out. He needs to make sure that his players are communicating.
Not long. Butler looking to get a touch on it, couldn't quite. McNicholas again out sharply. Pike with the header. Underneath it is Kerrigan. So just a touch over hit, but Manning will keep this alive. Swings in a lovely ball with his right foot. And he might get a chance to do it again. It's another Irish corner. And the skipper there, again, Cormac Pike just barking orders. A little exasperatedly, I think.
Stretched England that ball in from the left-hand side, didn't it? Another excellent delivery from Rowan Manning.
He's over again to take the corner.
For me, the standout player of this first half. He looked an excellent talent down there. He's in the shop window tonight as well. This is a great opportunity for players like him.
Absolutely. Corner is an outswinger. Flick on. Not quite what Jake Walker was anticipating. And Ogunrinde now has a chance to stretch his legs for England. Butler gives him it back and just slightly had to check his stride, but he's done well. Howells forward to Penny. Couldn't quite squeeze it through to Ogunrinde. Harry Ragba breaks the challenge of Colling. Ragba still going. Murphy onto his right foot, will take the shot on. Really good block from Crowther. Kerrigan keeps the attack alive, floats in the cross left-footed, and round the back goes the header. Half a chance there for Jake Walker. Alan Coulter with a pretty simple save in the end, but a good chance for Ireland.
Yeah, this time it was Kerrigan with a cross in from the left-hand side, finding the head of Jack Walker. Goalkeeper in the end making a comfortable save, but there's a couple of decent deliveries from the Irish into the box in the last couple of minutes, asking one or two questions of England. They need to perhaps tighten themselves up.
Flick on is a good one from Butler. Howell, a bit short, and he finds Ragba. Howell is straight back though to win it for England. Flick on is a good one again from Butler. Jackson looking to get on the end of it. Yeah, head tennis, and actually it's poked back to the goalkeeper McNicholas. That goalmouth is not kind to goalkeepers with back passes, but again he handled it well.
By and large the pitch here is decent, but there are one or two bobbles, in particular straight down that middle, as you'd expect in the middle of March of the football season.
Manning. Turn from Manning, playing with a lot of confidence. Cross comes in with Conway and comfortably gathered by Coulter once again, who's been the busier goalkeeper, I'd say, in this first half.
Yeah, certainly. Certainly he's made a couple of decent saves, and he's certainly been the busier in the last 5-10 minutes or so, hasn't he?
Absolutely no doubt about that. Really keeps it in for Ireland. It's tidy.
It's 0-0 and half-time approaching. Would you say defences are on top? I'd say no at the moment.
It's a little bit short, and McNicholas was calm and composed under pressure from Jack Butler. Very good goalkeeping. I think that's the one area where the Republic of Ireland will feel that they could definitely improve on. They're not the most secure at the back. You feel like there could be an opening even when they've got the ball.
2 or 3 mistakes in the first half, could have been punished, perhaps should have been punished, but England haven't taken those chances, and Ireland have created their own chances as well. They'll go in at half-time feeling confident they can get something out of this game. Now this is here, the first goal is going to be critical, but it's a game that both sides will go in at half-time feeling they can win.
Rinde, Smurden, bit of an opening. Penny. Great play from Penny, looks to dink it over the goalkeeper, just got a little bit underneath it. Really sharp turning circle for a diminutive midfielder.
He's managed to find himself half a yard there and couldn't quite keep it down, could he? See what he was trying, and he wasn't a million miles off of executing it to perfection, but just over the top of the crossbar on this occasion.
minute to go then until we'll see the fourth officials board. England 0, Ireland 0 in the Centenary Shields.
I thought there's been too much stoppage time, to be honest. It's been a pretty free-flowing game. I don't think we saw that one injury, didn't we, to the defender Walsh, I think it was, wasn't it, when he went down. Other than that, it's been pretty free-flowing. I can't imagine he's going to put more than a minute up.
Good challenge, and straight into the advertising boards goes Adam Rooney. We've mentioned it's a tight pitch. Two-footed the hoardings there. Callum. That's a nudge in the back, or maybe even slightly more than that, by Ali Ragba. Free kick to England. Again, a chance for Crawford and Pike to make their way forward. McCallum can flight this one in from deep. Actually, just going to take it short. Penny will take the option up. It's a good looking ball towards Ogarinde around the back post. Had to make that, did Conway. Lovely heading touch from Kerrigan. Gets him out and away. And a little bit of pressure from Smurden. He fouls him.
He's coming into the game a little bit more now, Leon Kerrigan. He looks like a decent footballer. Strong. He's managed to make his way into the England half there. And that was the only way they were going to stop him.
Fourth official just playing with his stoppage time board. We'll know the official figure in just a moment. 1 minute. It is 1 minute, so we are well into that now.
It took him about a minute to work out how to put the 1 minute on the board.
Certainly did. We might be into the final action of the first period here. Good chances for Ireland if Ronan Manning's free kick abilities are indicative here. Good deep ball into the area, looping header towards the reverse post, but Jake Walker won't quite get on the end of that, and the referee, Darren Handy, does indeed decide that is that. Very tight period in terms of goals scored, but plenty of open action in this Centenary Shield fixture between England and the Republic of Ireland. But as we head into half-time here at Kenilworth Road, it's England 0, Republic of Ireland 0.
This programme is brought to you by the British Heart Foundation. This programme is brought to you by the British Heart Foundation.
Now welcome back to Kenilworth Road here in Luton. Centenary Shield action here on Free Sports for you. England taking on the Republic of Ireland. You've joined us at half-time. It is a goalless at the break, but there's been no shortage of action. As we take a look at the highlights from the first half, plenty of chances for either side. We started with this free kick early on from Ronan Manning. Goalkeeper Callum Coulter forced into a really good save.
Yeah, he's done well there, the goalkeeper. I think he hesitated for a moment as to whether it was going wide or not. Wasn't going to take the chance, and he's got a good hand to that.
And then England had themselves a decent opportunity as well. The two centre-backs linking up beautifully. That's Adam Crowther picking out captain Cormac Pike, who just didn't quite get direction on the header. It was a pretty comfortable save in the end for Luke McNicholas, when maybe it ought to have been a touch more difficult.
Yeah, this was a good ball in from Crowther. Pike could have perhaps done better. Didn't see it until late, straight at the goalkeeper.
And you sort of get the sense with this highlights package, the to and fro nature of the chances. Good opportunities back and forth really between the two sides. This is Jake Walker through on goal. Maybe would have had a better chance if his first touch was a little bit more there.
Story of both teams really first half. That first touch letting them down.
This is a lovely little run from Kieran Jackson, and teeing up Jack Butler. Back for Jackson, good save, and then the chance for Noah Smurden on the edge of the box. Just pulled it wide. It was a good chance, but this is probably England's best opportunity.
Yeah, he's done well here to get some support up to Butler as Jackson. He's fed off him a little bit of fortune here, off of the defender's foot. He's managed to bring it under control and force a save. Should have done better there, Smurden.
Yeah, just snatched at the chance.
He did, yeah.
And this is the sort of last knockings of the first half. This is Darryl Walsh getting caught under the ball, and Emmanuel Ogunrinde straight onto it. Great anticipation, but his first touch just let him down.
Yeah,
and Luke McNicholas straight out to meet him. You see the substitutes warming up here at Kenilworth Road. And a reminder of what we've got to look forward to here on Free Sports. Plenty of schools football on the way for you. We're live tonight, of course. England versus Ireland. We'll be live on Monday as well. Ewood Park is the scene for the Boys Under-18 Colleges Cup final. And then we're at Bootham Crescent in York for England versus Scotland next Friday. Same time, same place, 7 o'clock. England versus Scotland. Then we'll see Wales versus England down in Cardiff towards the end of the month, and Northern Ireland versus England over the Irish Sea, but live still on Free Sports. We'll also see the Republic taking on Scotland on the 12th of April as well. So plenty of schools football coming your way on Free Sports, and it's been lovely actually to see the ability of the lads on display here, Barry. You know, we're seeing some top quality football from players who are really using the shop window, as you called it, to really put themselves out there.
It's a real shop window. We went through the Ryan Sessegnon, Tammy Abraham, John Joe Kenny, etc., before the game or early on in the game, and this is a shop window for these players, both England and Ireland. And I've been impressed with one or two players, certainly Rowan Manning, the footwork of Regborough as well for Ireland. They've got some good players in that side. They've certainly given England one or two problems in this first half, but there's certainly some talent out there.
Yeah, it certainly is, and we're looking forward to the second half here at Kenilworth Road. It's coming up after the break.
This programme is brought to you by the British Heart Foundation.
Remember missing a chance to score a goal, and all of a sudden I felt very, very, very dizzy. Then I just fell down and collapsed. That's what I remember.
I was sitting in the stand watching the match with my brothers, and a player collapsed in the middle of the pitch. Physio and a paramedic were starting to do CPR, and at that point I thought I should try and help.
Today I learned that you need to learn CPR to help just in case there's an emergency. You need to know it so you can save other people's lives.
Before today I didn't know anyone who could do CPR. The more you did it, the easier it became.
I found the training easy because video told you how to do it. I think I could teach my friends and family how to do CPR.
CPR is so important because it's something so easy to do, but you're making a massive difference.
It's really very straightforward. Can't do any harm, and it has a massive impact on the chances of survival.
I'm calling everyone to sign up to the British Heart Foundation Nation of Lifesaver campaign. Please visit bhf.org.uk/lifesaver. Thank you.
This programme is brought to you by the British Heart Foundation.
Welcome back to Kenilworth Road. That's the scene currently out on the pitch and on the scoreboard. England 0, Republic of Ireland 0 in this Centenary Shield game. It's supported by the British Heart Foundation. Looking forward to the second half here at Kenilworth Road. Good to see international football here once again. Wasn't actually too long ago. That was international football on this pitch back in 2012. England C took on Belgium. The England non-league international side taking on Belgium. One Thibaut Courtois played in that game, so you never know.
Really good. Paul Fairclough, of course, the England C manager from round these parts, of course, at Stevenage, just down the road, League Two rivals to Luton, and Barnet, of course, who are here next week in a League Two match. He's manager there as well, isn't he? So
Luton going along pretty nicely in League Two at the moment.
Yeah, they've had a little bit of a wobble. They were top, and Accrington have taken over at the top. Luton were well clear at one stage, so they've had a wobble, but they're still on course. I think 4 go up from that league, including the playoff winners. So they've got every chance of going up to League One.
Yeah, this is the scene on the pitch. The substitutes gradually filtering their way out of the dressing rooms. Republic of Ireland have been warming up for a little while out on the pitch. A few rondos on the go. You can see the keeper taking part in them as well. Just keeping warm more than anything else.
Well,
I think.
The forecast was for snow. It is for snow, isn't it? But it's actually been quite mild here in Bedfordshire today. I think the forecast was like 8 or 9 degrees this evening, which kind of belies these forecasts of snow and thunderstorms as well, I think I saw. But we've certainly been very calm. We had a little bit of rain, but it's not been too bad, has it, this evening?
Pretty much perfect conditions for football, I'd say. This area of the country, Bedfordshire, celebrating 125 years of schools football this year. Bedfordshire schools have been a key part of the English school setup for a long time. Plenty of talent coming from this region on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's not one of the bigger counties, is it? But you look around the county, you've got Luton, you've got Bedford, Dunstable. You know, there are footballing towns. Bedford have produced 1 or 2 decent players down the years at non-league level, so and they're an up-and-coming club again. But you know, Luton's certainly a bit of a hotbed for football. Bedfordshire, you kind of forget it. It's only a little county, isn't it? Kind of wedged just to the north of Hertfordshire.
Here's the state of play in the Centenary Shield 2018. No extra time or penalties, don't forget, tonight, should there be a draw. It's just a straight league table. Republic of Ireland currently sit atop it as they have played one and won one. They beat Wales 2-1 a few weeks ago. Wales have played 2, drawn 1 and lost 1. They lost, of course, the Republic of Ireland drew yesterday to Northern Ireland, who've drawn a couple of games already. They drew with Scotland earlier on in this competition. England are making their very first appearance in the Centenary Shield tonight, and they're looking to pick up their first points. The Irish team are out on the pitch.
Yeah, it's a big half for England as well. You know, you saw that graphic there. Bottom of the table at the moment. They lose this one, they'll stay there. They win it, they go top. It's that tight at the moment, and it could make or break. These are likely to be the best 2 teams in this competition.
Yeah, it can be interesting as the game sort of develops over the course of the next month or so, who really emerges, because you never really know. Each team obviously changes year on year in this competition. England perennially very, very strong. Ireland too. But Northern Ireland showed last year that they have a very good crop of youngsters coming through. Joint winners of the Centenary Shield with England, and swept them aside 5-1 as well last season. There's Jack Butler just going through his final warm-ups. What do England have to do to make the breakthrough, do you think, in this second half? What needs to change, if anything?
Well, I said earlier in the commentary in the first half, I think they need to get forward and support Butler a little bit quicker. When they did do that with Jackson, with that chance he had, which was saved by the goalkeeper, and then Smurden screwed it wide, that was an opportunity that came about because they got forward and they supported the front man a little bit quicker. And I'm sure that's what the manager Ben Lavelle will be saying to his players at half-time, and also both coaches, I would imagine, will probably be somewhere in that 15-minute break saying something about first touch. First touch is critical. A couple of first touches that let down Ogun Rinde for England, and also that chance that fell at the feet of Jake Walker. 3 chances in that first half that could have been in the back of the net had the first touch been much, much better, and it needs to be much, much better if those players are to go on to bigger and better things. It's the ideal stage for them this evening, and those first touches are key.
So the players are all ready, but the coaches are just ambling their way across the playing surface. The referee's having a chat with the ground staff. They're probably saying, please don't ruin our pitch. Not that the referee has any control over that.
It's always a bit of a bugbear of mine when the tunnel is on one side and the dugout's on the other. It does tend to create a little bit of delay before the start of the second half, doesn't it?
There is Ben Lavelle, who will be pretty pleased with his side showing.
I'm sure he'd been saying at half-time, Ben Lavelle, get at this Irish defence as well. They've got a mistake about them. We've got to pounce and we've got to make them. We've got to punish them on those mistakes. 2 or 3 mistakes in the first half, and England will be looking to feed off of them and make the most of them in the second half.
Ireland straight into it then with Jake Walker straight off the kickoff. Ali Regba looking to get on the end of that. And Cannon just eases him out of it. Cormac Pike sixes back in. Little break here for Republic of Ireland. Cross comes in. All the way through to Adam Conway. McCallum away. Regba tries to run at McCallum, goes inside of him, still going, can't touch him, and eventually Noah Smerdon gets a strong tackle in there. England will look to break, stab forward towards Jackson, who's got pace. Just nips it through towards Butler, and he was caught in doing so. It will be a free kick to England.
Yeah, I think there was a foul there by the Irish midfielder, and it's just checked on him. But good skill inside the box there from Ali Regba. I like his footwork, I like his skill. I think he's a player that excites, so I'd like to see more of him for Ireland. Get him on the ball a little bit more. He could cause problems, him and Manning.
Yeah, he certainly caused England a few problems there. Cormac Pike, hands in the air, knew he couldn't risk knocking into him, lest he give away a penalty. It's Ryan Penny on the free kick. His delivery's been good so far in this game. It's probably his worst one, having said that. And Ireland get it away.
A little bit too straight, wasn't it? It wasn't one that you can attack really, and the Irish were able to defend it quite easily.
That's a good looking ball, and an important header actually from Sam McCallum to cut that one out for England. Morgan Rinde with a challenge, but breaking through there is Liam Kerrigan. A little nutmeg for good measure as well. Murphy. Manning, lovely ball out across the face of the box. And breaking through, it will be a free kick as well. Foul by Noah Smerdon. Good play from Cian Lee to force the foul. And I think we can safely say this is in Ronan Manning territory. Yeah, just clever feet there from Cian Lee. Drew the tackle and conceded the free kick.
Nice pass from Manning as well. It was good play as well by Kerrigan. Good little bit of play there from the Irish, causing 1 or 2 problems for England. And this is a real danger because it's right in the centre. Get it over the wall, test the goalkeeper, get it on target. Who knows?
Well, Liam Kerrigan doing his best Kevin Nolan impression there. Referee immediately putting a stop to that. And free kick then for the Republic of Ireland. There's the angle that Ronan Manning wants to defeat. Came close in the first half. It is Manning again into the wall this time. Didn't get a hold of that at all. Had such a good effort in the first half. That one, I said to say, didn't live up to the billing. The near side of the wall as well. It just wasn't one he was looking for at all. England looking to break with Jackson. Colling down the line. Rinde won't get that. Conway's been very tidy for Ireland in that left back position.
Yeah, he's done well.
It's a good turn. Nicely played there from Jake Walker. Quite an end product. That one's over the head of Regba. McCallum will steer that away. That's a dangerous place to lose it. Angled in towards Walker. Can he get the better of Colling and Crowther? Somehow managed to keep a hold of it. Still going. Ireland keep it alive. Looking to find Regba, cut out by McCallum. And in the end, it's a Republic of Ireland throw. It could have been so much more.
Yeah, mistake there by Jackson, and it very nearly cost England. He tried ever so hard to win the ball back and atone himself there, Kieran Jackson, but you seem to bounce off of Jake Walker. He's a big, strong midfield player. They've got some strong players, Ireland. Difficult to knock off the ball.
Yeah, there we saw the free kick once again from Ronan Manning. I think he just tried to bluff the goalkeeper and go near side. But McCallum got in the way. That's a throw in. New balls, please. Cian Lee with the throw. He's wanting a couple of shorter options. Finds one in Regba. That's a tidy turn. It's a good-looking cross and handy clearance from Crowther. Doyle. Volleyed clear by Colling. Turning is Kerrigan. Room for Manning. Inside onto his right foot. All the way across the face. Regba has options. McCallum slips. Regba takes on left-footed. It was a good hit as well. The goalkeeper was always comfortable, but Ali Regba showcasing his talents once again. Terrific left-footed strike.
Yeah, he's not a left-footed player, is he? But he's cut inside here. And he's hit this very, very well. He's on his unfavoured foot. He's gone for goal. He's bent it around the goalkeeper. He's very unlucky. That wasn't far away at all, was it? Ireland are having a good spell here, and once again Ryan Manning dictating play from the left-hand side there with another good run across the face of goal, across the face of the 18-yard box.
Coulter away. It might just run for Rinde, goes down. Free kick is the decision. And pretty much straight through there, England. The players there protesting. Rinde got the header. Oh, it's a clear foul, isn't it, from Rooney? Well, I think the players are trying to indicate that there should be a card issued there, but and in fact they're trying to indicate it's a little bit close to goal as well.
Well, was he the last man is the question. I think that the referee has perhaps taken a slightly dim view on it, because a slightly charitable view on it, because he's leant in as if he's gone to head the ball and it's run into his body, but it's still definitely a foul. And you know, if he's the last man, and I've seen them given as red cards.
It's the skipper who's pulled rank, Cormac Pike. He drills it at goal, sort of breaks through the wall, might break for Harvey Howell. Eventually Ireland will look to get this away. Walker clear down the left, and a good run here. Once again, Ali Regba, he's got options in the middle as well. Can he get his head up and see them? Regba goes all the way to the byline, lovely ball across. Real opportunity there for Cian Lee, and what a challenge that is from Smurden. And in the end, it goes out for a corner, smashed over the bar off the deflection of Rinde. But what a bit of defending, just when it looked like it had opened up for the Republic of Ireland to take the lead.
Yeah, I like Regba, and this is the best chance of the game for me. He's pulled it back there. Excellent wing play by Regba down the left-hand side. And Ireland really should have taken the lead there. This is really good play. Gets into the box, and that's where he can't be touched. And he's strong and he's quick. He gets a really good ball across. Really, Cian Murphy has to get a touch there. He doesn't, and it should have been followed up. Should have been followed up by Cian Lee.
Well, it was almost the first goal as a free kick, it was a corner kick rather, gets thrown straight on top of the goalkeeper. It was a terrible clearance initially from Noah Smurden, but it was one heck of a recovery. And it looked like the goal was gaping for Cian Lee, who got right up there with the attack.
Not the best of kicks there from Callum Coulter. The corner was a poor one from Manning, went straight to the England goalkeeper, and he sliced his clearance out of play.
Walsh forward, cut out by Colin. Rinde turning well. Jackson. Butler dropping wide. Jackson stabs it to Rinde. Couldn't quite break through the lines. Regba away. Walker holds on to it. Showing some good hold-up play in the second half in particular. Irish number 10. Click on by Howell, just goes straight to Cian Lee. That's a tidy ball. Regba with a good touch as well. Oh, see you later. Ali Regba on the run again. Really important intervention by the skipper, Cormac Pike, to cut that one out. Wonderful play once again from Regba.
Does look a talent, doesn't he?
That's a really important header by Adam Conway to stop that one going through to Emmanuel Rinde. Second half is really opening up here, you feel. 10 minutes played into it. Manning. No flag. Murphy drills it across the face, but that's where you'd want Cian Murphy, really.
Yeah, you want him to be in the box there. A little bit more composure from your front man is what you want there. The skipper has just hurried the cross in when he really needs to be holding it up and waiting for support to come in.
Callum's throw in front of his personal fan club in the front row. Battling play from Murphy, you'd expect nothing less. McCallum with a big challenge, and Butler does well to tee up Jackson to go on the run. He's got support still in Butler, and England are on the break here. Needs support in the middle, finds it maybe in Jackson, just about a yard or two ahead of him. And Ireland squeeze it away.
Not dissimilar opportunity for the number 9 for England there. Butler to the number 9 Murphy for Ireland at the other end a minute or two ago, where he's held it up a little bit better, but he hasn't managed to link up with a teammate. But it was a better ball in than the one from Murphy.
Loose ball from Pike. Smurden fouls Rory Doyle. Referee Darren Hamley just letting Noah Smurden know he's running out of opportunities to remain yellow card free. Just missed his tackle more than anything else there. Should have won the ball, but just missed it.
He evaded the initial challenge, didn't he? That probably would have warranted the yellow card, and he caught the player. Another opportunity to deliver here for the Irish, and Walsh has got a decent left foot on him.
It's swung in, it's a good looking ball as well. Underneath it was Walker, and he couldn't quite get a touch. Callum Coulter got there in the end, and he can release Colling, who's on the march down the right hand side for England. Ogunrinde drops off for Penny, couldn't quite get there ahead of Doyle. Not quite happening for England in the final third. The openings are presenting themselves, but just lacking the final ball at present.
Ireland have been a better side in this second half.
Conway. Good pressure, and it leads to an England breakaway hit. It's Penny. Butler with the first touch, and a good one too. Might want to take this on. Butler goes all the way. Great recovery tackle in the ends from Cian Lee. And now it's Ireland who can look to break, but end-to-end stuff here. It's now England as Ali Regba gives it away.
Good play that from Butler. Just didn't quite manage to get the shot in or tuck it wide.
Well, that looked like a foul. Referee thought about it, but play continues. And that one required very little thinking. Clear foul on McCallum by Regba. And free kick is given with very little thought for the referee.
He's getting the speed. He's getting the talking to here.
A free kick this for you here, Barry?
Well, he's lent into him. Yeah, I think it probably is. He's not got the ball, has he? He's lent quite heavily in. This one here, I think it's a free kick. I don't think it's no more than that. Interesting battle between those two, McCallum and Regba. I think McCallum's had a decent game for England. Regba's looked a real talent. I like what I've seen of him.
The Ryan Penny to take the free kick. The yellow card was brandished for Ali Regba as well. Penny flights it in. Goalkeeper underneath it, drops it, gets its second attempt. No foul was given there. McNicholas looks to get it immediately on the way. It's a lovely bit of distribution there. Just needed to be on the toe of Ronan Manning, which made it extraordinarily difficult, but it was a lovely volley clearance and couldn't quite latch on.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was necessarily a yellow card on Regba, but the referee set his precedence now. I'm interested to see how he keeps his consistency going.
Walker dropping off and finding space, looking for Regba. Run by Pike. Lee underneath it. Pike snaps into the challenge behind Regba. He's digging away at him. Free kick will be given.
He had a little nibble there, didn't he?
Bit needless that from Pike. It's given Ireland a chance to swing in a ball from this position rather than just have a throw. Regba wasn't really going anywhere.
No, he was just went for the ball when he didn't really need to. You know, he's going nowhere.
Swung in by Walsh and comfortable for Callum Coulter. Darryl Walsh shows the safe option, going back to Cian Lee. Big stitch of play, which Fraser Colling is underneath. Confirmation of that yellow card for Ali Regba. And substitution for England, first one of the game, and it's going to be Harvey Howell who is going to be replaced. And coming on is David Negliwa. And it's not quite been the game that Harvey Howell maybe envisioned when he was thinking of how it would go for him So it just not quite come off. Had a couple of dangerous moments in the first half.
Well, the lad that's come on, Negluia. He's known as lightning, so he must be quick.
And that's Ragba! Good opportunity. He has looked dangerous when coming in on his left foot in this second half in particular. Very right-footed, but has got the ability to do this. Terrific run. And the shot was a really good one, and the goalkeeper's beaten there. Might have even just flicked off the outside the post on the way through.
He did brush the post on the way through. Great skill again. He's a player that certainly caught the eye tonight. He's got good balance as well. Great skill. He was unlucky there. It's certainly a problem for England.
This is Rinde. Jackson out to Naligwa. Decent first touch for the substitute, but he's quickly snaffled up. Naligwa.
Brought him on to introduce a little bit of pace for England.
Oh, here it is. There is that pace. Can he get an end product from it? Not quite. Good block on the cross from Walsh. Doyle away, only as far as Smurden. And that's Penny with a shot from range over the bar. Decent hit from Ryan Penny. He's had a couple of those sighters now. Here's the opportunity again for Ali Ragba.
He's had the opportunity to come inside. England coaching staff won't be entirely happy with the room he was afforded. He wasn't far away.
Taken short for the Republic of Ireland. They've not been afraid to pass it about when the opportunity has presented itself. Fired into the feet of Ragba. Walsh, good ball that. Walker. Good possession this from Ireland. Boomed clear by McCallum.
I think he was aiming for us there, wasn't he? England a little bit flat at the moment, and they've obviously brought in Neglewa to introduce a little bit of pace. We've seen that already. I wouldn't be surprised to see another change or two from the England manager Ben Lavelle sooner rather than later, just to try and cause one or two problems for the Irish.
Ball lofted forward. Murphy is there. And now Manning. Oh, good defending from Colling. It's a good bit of defending again from the Republic of Ireland. Walker getting more and more involved as the half goes on. Lee. Knocked over the top. Pike with the head on it. McCallum away.
It's coming back to England at the moment, doesn't it? They need to stick, need to hold it up.
A chance to do just that. Jackson on the move. Butler stabs it past the defender, but couldn't get past him himself. That's good from Ragba. Kerrigan onwards to Manning. Kerrigan once more strikes the shot with a fair amount of pace, and Coulter can't quite keep that alive. It will be another Irish corner.
Well, they're likely aside at the moment, the Irish, don't they? And they've got some good players going forward as well. Kerrigan, Manning, Ragba have all caught the eye tonight. I could say they are the three best players on the park.
Corner will be taken by one of those men, Adam Manning, with an outswinging corner. Cluster of 4 Ireland players gathered just behind the penalty spot. Darren Hanley doesn't like what he sees. And just bringing over Cian Murphy, and that's it.
It's Jackson.
It's Jackson, yeah, Kieran Jackson. Just in front of the goalkeeper. Murphy just trying to make a nuisance of himself, and I just think Darren Hanley just taking the opportunity just to do a bit of coaching as well as refereeing it.
They'll just go back and do it again now, won't they?
Well, we'll soon find out. Coulter just giving Kieran Jackson a bit of a G up.
Well, Ireland just trying to put a bit of pressure on the goalkeeper, who's claimed the last couple of corners quite easily.
I think at least with this delivery from Manning, it should go away from Coulter in theory.
I think it's going to be an outswing in this one.
It's swung in, free header! Oh, it was a good chance. Really good chance for Adam Rooney, who got really good contact on the header, but plants it wide of the post. That's another good opening for Ireland.
Yeah, it's an outswinger. He's a tall player, Rooney, and he's managed to wriggle himself clear there, isn't he? You know, there's no one following, no one tracking. England were lucky that he wasn't on target.
Coulter away. Bit of a let-off for England, that. Pike up for the header. Regba angles a cross-field ball to switch the play, and good defending from Naligwa just to see his man out there. Ryan Manning, good tracking in the substitute. Not the best of headers though, when he was late. Play continues with Regba. Lovely ball that. Walker. Option outside is Lee. Regba still at the base of the midfield. That's a tight little ball. Manning looked to squeeze it through. Smurden will come away with it. Looks for the run of Butler. And it's all Ireland at this stage. England struggling to get a foot on the ball.
Yeah, I think that will be a concern to Ben Laval, the England coach. Certainly Ireland have upped the ante since half-time. They've been the better side, better chances.
Regba finds Cian Lee. Back to number 7. Swung in across just over the main cluster, but retrieving that should be Manning. Conway backing up the play. Tried to jink past Colling. Doyle will sweep up. Ireland will recycle. Look for the 1-2 to Conway, and that was either the wrong option or poor execution, maybe a bit of both. Ligwa looking for the run of Butler. A willing runner, but he's definitely to do a lot of it by himself. Support just hasn't quite been there for Jack Butler in the second half especially.
A bit tired at the moment, England. I just wonder, you know, Ireland have played that one competitive game. It's the first competitive game these players have played together for England, and it's a little bit void of ideas at the moment.
Morgan Rinde can't quite make that one work. Good challenge from Smurden, have to be careful with that one. Flighted forward, that's a good ball for Jack Butler. Now, can he get some options in the middle? Jackson arriving, so too Naligwa at the back post. Butler fires in the cross, it's a great block at the near post. Took every molecule of wind out of Cian Lee, I think, in the process, but good defending.
Yeah, this is good play by the Butler. He's managed to get the cross in towards goal. Certainly winded Lee, didn't it?
Penny across to take the corner. Chance for England to maybe create something from a set piece. They've struggled from open play in the second half in particular. Ireland have been the better side. England a chance now to stick a ball in. From their perspective, hopefully create something. Delivery into the near post, but comfortably gathered by McNicholas. He looked pretty solid in the Ireland goal, it must be said.
Yeah, it was not a particularly great corner. There's no one really attacking that near post, and it was easy for McNicholas.
Held on the ball for an awful long time here, the goalkeeper. Eventually releases it. Regba with the flick on. That's something he's also got in his arsenal. He's a big, strong boy. And that ability to win headers from a wing position is invaluable.
Ireland haven't shown any indication that they're going to make a change. Yeah, it looks like Alex Doyle is going to come on for England shortly.
Yeah, he wants to come on now. He's not going to get such a luxury. Smurden helps it away, and I think free kick's been given Ireland's way here.
I'd imagine he'll probably sit in the middle of the midfield, Doyle, and kind of try and solidify England a little bit more, get a foothold of possession.
It looks like it is Penny who's making his way across to the dugout. You see him there in your shot, Ryan Penny. It's a good game. Set piece delivery especially has been very good, but change of personnel is the decision. Alex Doyle comes on for England.
just sitting there. They'll try and get a little bit more physique in the middle of the park to try and match up to Ireland, who've bossed, certainly the last 10-15 minutes, they've bossed this game. And England have lost their way a little bit. They needed to make that change. I wonder if that will make a difference.
Manning with the free kick. Good looking ball. Not fully cleared. Smurden then gets an important header on it. Pike will volley it clear. Finds Jackson in the process.
England are giving it away far too easily there to Jackson. He's got to make that stick. He's got to get hold of it, hold it up, whatever means, with a free kick, anything. But he's giving it away so easily.
Rory Doyle did well there. Smurden just eases Manning out of the way. Alex Doyle into his first confrontation. Ends up on the deck, somehow emerges with the ball. Pass a little loose though. It's Walsh forward. Ball's flying around everywhere in the midfield at the moment. Eventually England can settle down. It's an ambitious looking ball from Colling. Won't get through.
Already we've seen Doyle a couple of occasions there, getting stuck in and you know, proving a decent addition to that midfield.
That's a yellow card for Sam McCallum. No huge surprise there. It's a robust challenge to say the least. Good switch play from Manning to pick out the run of Kerrigan, and yeah, yellow card.
I don't think you can have any complaints.
Sam McCallum goes in the book.
I think he's had a bad game actually. Sam McCallum has been pretty solid up against a very good player.
Ball sent deep. Regber underneath it. Good win from Crowther. And then from McCallum. And now England can maybe look to break it. Got options right and left. Here's a substitute, Naligwa. Plenty of pace once again on show. Puts it through the legs of his defender, but can't get round the other side, and that's going to be a goal kick. And symptomatic really of England's attacks really in the second half, Barry. It's just not coming off for them.
Yeah, a little bit flat that one. I said earlier he was called lightning. I expected him to be quick, and we've shown one or two bursts of speed down that wing, and that was an ideal opportunity to get beyond the fullback and get a cross in, and he hasn't really taken it by the scruff of the neck and made the most of the opportunity there. The young substitute.
Chance for Regber once again to stretch his legs. Cannon backs off him. Regber still going. Manning for Kerrigan. Lee. It's into a white wall really. Doyle backs the play up. Finds Kerrigan, who can swing in a good looking cross towards Regber. It's a terrific header away from Crowther.
That was a good header from Crowther. Excellent ball in from Kerrigan.
Colling up well. Conway. This is Walker. Gets it back. Might think about the shot here, Jake Walker. Oh, just stumbled on it. Kicked it into his standing foot. And England once again can look to break. They've had to operate largely on the counter in the second period. Naligwa. Pass doesn't quite come off. And once again, we're on the attack with Regber. Driving run. Oh, good ground. Manning. It's a good turn, and he wins the free kick from Doyle. The Irish midfielders in particular are really switching at will here, particularly Manning and Kerrigan, floating all around the midfield and really making things difficult for England.
They'll be looking to try and go on and win this game now. They've turned in a dominant second half performance, and they're winning all the battles out there at the moment. Good play that from Manning. He's turned away from Doyle rather easily. And there was an opportunity to certainly deliver the ball, if not to have a shot. Maybe a little way out, but
yeah, left 30 yards of this.
It's going to take some strike to beat the goalkeeper.
Strike does come in, and well wide in the end. Callum Colsett watch that clear. Darrell Walsh with the hit. Has got a goal to his name in the Centenary Shield this year. Scored the winner in their victory over Wales in their opening fixture of the competition. Darryl Walsh, Cian Murphy got the other early on, but it would have taken something pretty special to beat Callum Coulter from there. Ball flicked over by Regg, but Pike was there. Noah Smurden finds Kieran Jackson out to Naligwa. Always looking to run. Ran into trouble.
Bit of support there. A little bit of support, a little 1-2. Go down that line and into the channel, and he's away. He's not got that support.
Speaking of support, there is the crowd in here at Kenilworth Road. 1,500 in here tonight. Good support for these youngsters. Decent Irish contingent in here as well. Not that they need an excuse on the Friday night before St Paddy's Day, one wouldn't imagine. Yeah,
Luton's got an Irish contingent about its population, St Joseph's and so forth, so that there is an Irish presence in the town. Certainly it has been for many years.
And there will be a substitution. First one of the game for Ireland. It's going to be Cian Murphy, the captain, who's going to depart. Con Whelan, I should say, is going to make his way onto the field. Switch the captain's armband over to Darryl Walsh. And he's worked hard as Cian Murphy for sometimes very little reward. Con Whelan enters the fray.
Big and strong, and Con Whelan will come in and lead the line.
Sent forward by Walsh. Oh, over McCallum, and a chance here for Ali Regba to open the scoring. Terrific save by Callum Coulter. Best opening in the match.
Should have scored. He's got time. I know the angle's not really on his side, but he should have scored. He's shaped up to slot it past the goalkeeper. He's shown so much ability tonight, Ali Regba. I would have expected him to score that. I'm disappointed he didn't.
Play continues though. England had one pretty promising looking counter-attack snuffed out. There goes the second. Walsh doesn't really clear, gets away with that. Carrigan just puts the ball out as play down. It's actually, it's Ronan Manning, who we just saw ahead of the last free kick, just stretching his calf out. Here we see the replay of that opportunity, and what a good one it was for Ali Regba. Broke clear, and it is very good goalkeeping by Callum Coulter. Made himself very big.
Yeah, he's made a good goal, a good save there, the goalkeeper Coulter. But England won't be very happy with the way in which they tracked the Ireland number 7 Regba. Loads of time. He'll be kicking himself there. That was an opportunity.
Just an opportunity with which the angle wasn't too kind to him, and he almost just wanted to put his considerable foot through that, and probably might have. Well, maybe might have paid better dividends for him. But credit to the England goalkeeper, he's had to make a couple of very good saves in this game. Don't forget the free kick stop in the first half from Ronan Manning.
There's 11.5 minutes to go. If the final whistle was to blow now, England would be the happier of the two sides with a 0-0, wouldn't they?
Don't think there's much doubt about that. Here's the chance again. It was almost like a cricket stop as it was, knee down.
Yeah, he stood up, the goalkeeper, he's done what he's needed to do. Made it difficult. It's not the easiest of chances for Regba, in fairness. He's got to tap it.
Play continues. Ireland on the ball. And readying another change. It's Robert Dada, who might make his bow fairly shortly. Is Walsh. Forward it goes. Slightly risky pass, but Carrigan was more alert. Midfield has been excellent for Ireland in particular. Here's Ali Regba. Appeals for handball, waved away. He's got the ball caught on his feet slightly, but might break here for Ireland, not quite.
Just let it slip away from him a little bit there, didn't he?
Offside is a call from the referee. Lovely ball from Walsh. Manning is back on his feet. Con Whelan couldn't quite keep that in. And there's going to be England's final substitution. going to be Rob Dada to make his entrance into this game to replace Jack Butler, who's, well, he's done plenty of very hard running.
Well, he's more of a midfield player, I think, Dada, but he's very quick. So I would imagine he's probably, if it's a like-for-like change, he's going to be pushed on to try and utilise that speed.
That's right. Return then. Back with interest from England and Colling. Ligua sends one out the stadium.
It doesn't take a lot to get out of the stadium on that side of the ground. One of the smaller stands in the Football League.
Crawford, tidy. Jackson just overran it. Great tackle from, well, I say that. I nearly said great tackle from Doyle. Referee comprehensively disagreed, gave the decision straight away for a foul.
Well, I'm kind of with him in that he got the ball, but I think it was erring on the side of dangerous. Yeah, he's gone crunching in there, hasn't he?
See the reaction of the bench behind.
I can see why the referee is giving it, but for me, he's got the ball.
Sent in by Conway. Underneath it's Rooney. Going for it again. Crawford was strong. Flick from Dada's a good one. Can Jackson get there before Kerrigan? Not quite. Dada puts McNicholas under pressure, but he was calm. No break here for Regba. On the run once again, Regba. Angles in the cross, away by Doyle. Ali Regba for Ireland. Great tackle from McCallum.
Yeah, we're talking about all those talented England players that have come through the English schools teams in recent years, and there's a good crop of them. But I think the best players on the park tonight have been in green, haven't they?
Sent in and away, breaks to Regba. Smedden had to get that right. Back to the goalkeeper, McNicholas. Rooney. Underneath that is Pike. Header into the midfield area. Doyle was a little bit caught in his heels. Good strength to win it back though. From Alex Doyle. Kieran Jackson. Part of the Foundation of Light programme up in Sunderland. Played again by McNicholas. Might break here for Jackson once again. Smurden in space. Into the feet of Ogunrinde, back to Smurden. Looks to get to the byline, might just have overrun that. Yeah, he has. A little unlucky, but it's good to see the midfielders getting beyond the forwards. We've not seen anywhere near enough of that from England in the second half.
That was better from England than from Ogunrinde. We've barely mentioned Ogunrinde in the second half, but that was a very good touch to return it back to Smurden. Certainly, Ireland will perhaps be a little bit disappointed now if they don't go on to win this game, because they've had those opportunities in that second half to get the better of England.
Luke McNicholas with the goal kick. Six minutes left on the watch to find a winner. Regba now on the ball. Jake Walker has departed for Ireland in a substitution. So Jack Ryan, who's come on. Number 11, just showing for the ball there. There he is, substitute. Ali Regba. It's a lovely ball, and in there is Lee, and pulled back for the substitute. Whelan still might be there for Ireland. Second bite the cherry, shot comes in, terrific defending. Regba still in there, keeps it alive, and eventually England scramble it away.
England living dangerously. That man Regba again, the instigator. Wonderful ball.
Terrific chance for Ireland. Another chance goes by the wayside though.
Really will be kicking themselves. They've had opportunities. This man's ball just now into the box was absolutely exquisite. It was outstanding.
Massive opportunity.
There'll be one or two scouts in the stand below us, and they'll be remarking that Ireland number 7.
Ball sent long, Coulter underneath it, made a good grab there. McCallum.
5 minutes to go. You wonder if a draw keeps the group and the competition evenly balanced. Do you expect these two to be the strongest? Could well come down to goal difference or slipping up against the likes of Wales and Northern Ireland and Scotland.
Well, here's the opportunity. Pike couldn't quite cut it out. Chance for Kerrigan, pulled it back beautifully. It fell to the substitute Whelan and then Manning. But lovely ball, as you mentioned. A real opportunity. Unselfish play from Kerrigan, teed it up beautifully for Colm Whelan. And in the end, I don't think Callum Coulter's too unhappy with the save he's had to make there.
No, he's done well. But he's got a bit of everything, isn't he, that number 7 for Ireland.
Well, goalkeeper spills it, but again grabs it at the second opportunity.
It would be a smash and grab if England go and get that late winner.
Referee's just going to stop the players and man down for Ireland.
They had the 4 best chances in the game, haven't they, in the second half, Ireland? Without question. They'll be disappointed if they don't win this one now.
Well, what an opportunity it was for the substitute Colm Whelan to make himself a hero. And yeah, it's a gradual one, isn't it, for Darryl Walsh. He did have a slight head injury in the first half, if you remember. Smacked his head against the turf.
Yeah, I think he was in the crowd, wasn't he? He was in between the goalkeeper and the big England central defender. I think it was Crowther. Somewhere in the middle of that, and he's taken a whack from someone's forearm or elbow in the back of the head.
Final chance for a bit of a team talk for the two coaches. Final few minutes here at Kenilworth Road. Impromptu motivational speeches for Liam O'Connor and Ben Lavelle. Can they inspire something from these boys to give us a goal in what's been 87.5 minutes of really good football? Actually, it's been free-flowing, plenty of opportunities in the second half, mainly for Ireland, in the first half for either side. It's a strange game to finish 0-0.
Yes, it's been a very good 0-0. Plenty of chances, plenty of good football. There's some good talent out there on both sides. Been very impressed with the Irish.
And Nicholas will the ball forward. And Crowther got there. After a bit of an altercation with McCallum, two English players almost colliding. And Crowther's going to stay down here. He got a bit of a whack. Looked a painful one. He's just struggling with that one, isn't he? That's it. Just gets a little bit of treatment. England physio running on. Opportunity here, Barry, to have a little look back at the game, and who's impressed you the most? Who would be your man of the match for this evening?
Well, I think Ronan Manning was excellent first half. He was a standout player for Ireland. I think as the game's gone on, he's got better and better. And for me, the man of the match is number 7, who's created all sorts of problems for England, Ali Regba. So Ali Regba would be my man of the match. He's been outstanding. He's had a little bit of everything. He's got vision, 2 good feet. He's strong. He's quick. And I think there's any scouts sitting down below us in the main stand here today, they've certainly been impressed with his performance. And he's been excellent.
He has had an excellent game. Just having a chat there with Noah Smurden, who has no doubt spent most of his time in this match chasing the shadow of Ali Regba. Been absolutely excellent.
I think Ireland have arguably had perhaps 3 of the best players on the pitch. I think Kerrigan's looked good. Certainly Manning's shown that he's a player with immense talent. You know, England won't be disappointed with a 0-0 today. They've been second best over the course of 90 minutes. So, you know, to come out of this with a point, and the group is still very much alive. And England will take that as a positive, certainly going into the next game. If they win all their games, they'll come down to goal difference at worst.
4 minutes added on at the end of the 90 hit. Let's just hear the incident. I think it's a boot to the face that that Adam Crowther takes. It does look like he's got a bit of a nose injury. It's a painful one, isn't it?
He took a bit of a jolt, didn't he? He's the tallest player in the park. You've got to get a boot up fairly high to catch it. He is a big lad, but it's I think he's okay. Is there no blood? Is there? Can't see any.
Wouldn't want to do him a disservice in case he is battle scarred. Give him the benefit of the doubt. It's a throw into Ireland, either way. 4 minutes of added time will be played, and we're starting him in the 91st minute, so we'll finish round about the 95th. It's a chance for Cian Lee to get this ball towards the area.
Remember, they haven't got the big defender in there at the moment, so that could be an advantage to Ireland.
Volley clear by Pike. Crowther back on. Cormac Pike flicks on. All the way through to the Irish goalkeeper. Boomed forward by McNicholas. Battling away there is Alex Doyle. Free kick given Ireland's way.
Yeah, that's definitely a foul. Jack Ryan. That's another opportunity here for Ireland to nick it late on.
Oh goodness me. Well, a little bit of afters there involving Cormac Pike and Jack Ryan, the substitute. I think it's safe to say that Jack Ryan's made a bit more of that than maybe is necessary.
Well, the man that's got the best view in the ground is the referee. He's made a meal of that, hasn't he? I think he's actually telling off the Irish player. I think that's uncalled for from Jack Ryan. Yeah, he's walked into him, he's had a bit of a shoulder by, triggered it in afters, but there's nothing in it. The referee's handled that very well. He had the best view in the house, in fairness, the referee. I think he's done well tonight, Darren Handley. He's let the game flow.
It's actually been the most broken up passage of the game has come right at the end, but Ali Regber is going to be replaced right at the death for Ireland. There goes the man of the match, and Ireland won't forget to thank him. Terrific performance from Ali Regber. James Carolan replaces him.
Nice chance saloon. There might be a little bit of time added on to time added on, though.
Manning's free kick, header away by Smurden. That's a heavy first touch and will go out for an England throw. Colling hurls it down the line and Data couldn't quite get away there. We've not seen an awful lot of the substitute for England, number 10 Robert Data.
No. And they've been very quiet, the England substitutes. It's not really made much of an impact. It's not changed the game dramatically. I think Doyle coming on has solidified it a little bit in the middle of the park, but that's about it really. You haven't seen enough of the other substitutes.
Smurden flights that forward, but cut out by Ireland. Alex Doyle on the ball again. Pike chooses a safe option. Back to Callum Coulter it goes, and that will do us. Darren Handley calls time on a really good match of Centenary Shield football. 0-0 the final score. Doesn't even begin to tell the story of what was a very open and very action-packed game. Ultimately, a vibrant Republic of Ireland side couldn't quite take any of their chances, particularly in the second half. And Barry, it finishes goalless.
Yeah, and even first half, you couldn't really tell the difference between the two sides. Very even, 0-0. Ireland have come out second half, they've dominated, they've had the four best chances of the game. For me, they've had the best three players on the park in Kerrigan, in Manning, and in the man of the match, Ali Regber as well. Should have taken their chances, they didn't. They'll be disappointed they didn't pick up all 3 points. England will be the happier of the two sides with a 0-0 draw.
And A reminder of how the league table now stands in the Centenary Shield. Republic of Ireland will stay top. Played 2, 1-1 and drawn 1 here tonight. England head into 3rd place. They have Scotland next week at Bootham Crescent in York. That will decide who heads up the table out of those two. That will be next week, 7 o'clock on Free Sports, England versus Scotland. Barry, your final thoughts as we come to a close here at Kenilworth Road?
Yeah, it's a very entertaining 0-0 draw. England will be the happier of the two sides. They'll be looking at it with room for improvement. Ireland, I was very impressed with them. They're going to be the team to beat in this tournament without a shadow of a doubt.
A reminder of what we've got to look forward to on Free Sports. England, Scotland next week, live on Free Sports from 7 o'clock. We're looking forward to that already. But from Kenilworth Roads, a very, very good night. It's England 0, Ireland 0.
This programme is brought to you by the British Heart Foundation.
On the day, I came into school. My first lesson was PE. I got changed like any other day.
Just remember missing a chance to score a goal, and all of a sudden I felt very, very, very dizzy. Then I just fell down and collapsed. That's what I remember.
I was sitting in the stand watching the match with my brothers, and a player collapsed in the middle of the pitch. Physio and a paramedic were starting to do CPR, and at that point I thought I should try and help.
Today I learnt that you need to learn CPR to help just in case there's an emergency. You need to know it so you can save other people's lives.
Before today, I didn't know anyone who could do CPR. The more you did it, the easier it became.
I found the training easy because video told you how to do it. I think I could teach my friends and family how to do CPR.
CPR is so important because it's something so easy to do, but you're making a massive difference.
It's really very straightforward, can't do any harm, and it has a massive impact on the chances of survival.
I'm calling everyone to sign up to the British Heart Foundation Nation of Lifesaver campaign. Please visit bhf.org.uk/lifesaver. Thank you.